Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today I have got to share with you not a single, not a double, but a triple Louboutin unboxing. So I have 3 pairs of shoes here. 2 of them I'm definitely keeping. 1 of them I am on the fence about, so I would like your input on that. I think they really should go back, but we'll see what happens. Let's get on into it. So for absolutely years I thought my feet were just too wide for Louboutins. You know, I tried them when they were sort of like the hype shoe of my youth. I remember being in high school and that was all I wanted were these shoes. My feet were always just a little bit too wide for them, but towards the end of 2024 I actually got 2 pairs, so I shared a double unboxing with you earlier in 2025. I will link that up in the eye if you haven't seen that. And I tried the Hot Chicks on in a 4.5 and found that they were okay. So that kind of brought Louboutin back into my life a little bit as a brand, and I signed up for notification on these shoes coming back in stock in a 4.5. So all 3 of these pairs of shoes came from My Teresa, by the way, and that is the only place I have ever seen this style, and I think one of the other styles is also exclusive to them. They seem to get a lot of Louboutin shoes that don't ever seem to come to Harrods, Selfridges, Net-a-Porter, etc. In the UK anyway. So I saw these shoes and I absolutely fell in love, and like literally this would have been at the sort of start of 2025 when I had first realised Louboutins might suit me again, and I pretty much then had given up on it because it had literally been the best part of a year that I had been signed up, and then just before Christmas I got a notification saying these had come back in stock. I have never checked out on anything so quickly in my life. These are the Jane Pump. They are an 85mm heel, so they're a slightly lower heel, and they are definitely I don't think any of the 3 pairs that I've got here today are what we would call like the traditionally sexy Louboutins, but these are certainly not that. So let me get into them. Now these must have been like in the back of the warehouse somewhere, because as I say, I'd been signed up for ages. It's not like these had been bought and then were returned and came back in stock for me to buy them. They had been out of stock for a year. So essentially what I'm saying here is never give up. Like, there might be a discarded pair somewhere that just need to get scanned into the stock. And these are the Jane Pumps. These are the first pair that I've got. Although one of the things I'm going to say, what in the TK Maxx is this, My Teresa? Like, these shoes were a lot of money, and all 3 of the pairs have this sticker on them. Now the other thing about these shoes is because these are older, as I say, I've been waiting like a year for them to come back in stock. These are the old soles, so these are not the new like reinforced soles that are going to last. So I wouldn't be surprised if half of that red of that sole comes off when I take this sticker off. I actually have taken the sticker off of one of the other pairs and it came off really easily, but this pair you can actually tell that this has been on here for ages because I've been trying to peel this off and it does not want to come. So I think this has been stuck on for a really long time. So I think this is going to rip the sole, like the red of the sole off when I take it off, which really irritates me, because yes, we know that the red of the sole comes off on like the first wear or whatever with a traditional sole. We know that. It doesn't make it right, but you at least want, like, you want this visual on your shoes for like at least a day. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not very happy about this horrid sticker situation. But as I say, this style I've only ever seen in this colour on My Teresa, so there's not like an alternative retailer I could get it from, unfortunately, because that is what I would have been doing. But this is what the shoe looks like. So it's a round toe. The only thing I don't love, I would have liked if the heel had been like filled in at the back rather than exposed. That's just me, but it is what it is. And then it's got this strap across the ankle. So this is a really secure shoe. I think as well because of the lower heel and whatever, I thought this would be a really comfortable shoe, but it is patent, as you can see, so there is no give to this whatsoever. And my feet are probably, like, they fit, but they're maybe just slightly wide for them in a way that I can absolutely make work. So I'm definitely keeping these because I really like them. and I think they will go with quite a lot in my wardrobe, but they are not the most comfortable just from having had them on in my bedroom. As you can see, I've obviously not actually worn these outside or anything yet, so I can tell these are not going to be quite as comfortable as I feel like they look like they should be, but I do absolutely love them. I love this colour, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I feel like the round toe and the strap across the ankle, it gives that sort of vintage look. I'm really into vintage fashion, so that really works for quite a lot of my styles. These would be a shoe I would get loads and loads and loads of wear out of if they were maybe a little bit comfier than I think they're going to be. And the comfort is not to do with the heel, it's to do with this bit here having no give, but we will see. I've got like leather stretcher and stuff, so I will put that on before I'm wearing them. We'll see. They might become a really well-worn shoe in my wardrobe, I don't know, but I am very happy after a year of waiting to have these shoes. On to the second pair. This is another pair I am definitely keeping. So as I say, I had started to be kind of looking at Louboutin again, and this style came out this year. So this is like a newer style, currently in stock in a few places, etc. It has the absolute worst name ever. It is called Fanny Love. Now in Scotland that has connotations, but what I don't get is that even in the US I am given to understand that they use fanny as a term for butt. So like there is really nowhere that was a good name. Who came up with this? Who signed this off? Like what like I don't, it's awful. It is so awful. But the shoes are beautiful, so let's put the terrible name aside. So they came out in nude and black first of all, and I think the black shoes would actually be, if you had like a sort of corporate job, a really good work shoe. You know, they're a thicker heel. I think they were all 85s originally as well, and again they've got that kind of vintage look that I really appreciate. I didn't get the black or the nude. I'm not saying they might be in my future, never say never, but then this style came out. So this is the 100mm heel. It's a slightly higher heel, and it is in the shade bronze, and I just think these are stunning. Now the other thing to note, I got the 4.5 in the Jane. That's what I'd signed up for because I took the 4.5 in the Hot Chick, but I actually tried these on in Harrods. Or well, I didn't technically try these on. I tried this style on in a different colour in a couple of different sizes. This style comes up a little bit larger in a sense, certainly like more generously than traditional shoes from Louboutin, because it doesn't have that pointed toe. Let me get them out and then I'll talk to you about this. They're in their little dust bags, nestled in there safely, and this is shoe number 2. So you can see what I mean about that slightly vintage shape. You know, it's an almondy toe almost. Like it's not quite as round as the Jane, but it's certainly not like the Hot Chick or the So Keats or anything like that, or even the Misty's. It's a more almond shaped toe, and it's got that thicker heel, and it's such a beautiful shoe. With this shoe, because it's one of the newer styles, you've got, if you can see there, that reinforced sole. So theoretically the red should stay intact on this shoe for a lot longer than traditional shoes. But anyway, what I was saying about the width, I think because this is a little bit more generous, I have actually gone for the 4 in these, and I did try the 3.5 on, and the 3.5 is actually what I think I would take in the leather. Again, because these are stiff, they're patent, I just went for the 4. I felt the 4 was just that little bit more generous across the toe box for me and my wide feet. But lengthwise I could have taken the 3.5, and if I had been going for the leather, I would have taken the 3.5 in these. So yeah, that is my new pair of babies. I do think these are going to be quite comfortable. You know, the chunky heel is good. The width of these is really good, even though they're technically a size smaller than the Jane. They're obviously a different shape. They fit me really well. I could see these becoming like a real workhorse shoe in my wardrobe, and because of that I'm definitely tempted to get more colours. I have actually got a coat on pre-order at the moment, which I am so excited for its arrival. Faux fur coat, but it looks very real. It's very sort of vintage inspired faux fur. I will put some pictures on of it. Isabel Lorna finally came onto my like For You page during her advent calendar, or right, no, it was because she did a teddy bear Christmas tree, which is obviously very, very up my street. And I was like, who's this girl with this great teddy bear Christmas tree? Love that. So I'm a very new follower of hers, like absolutely the last person on the train. But I have been following her now for about a month, and it might be one of the worst decisions ever because she's got great taste. But so she shared this coat and I was like, oh my word, that is beautiful. So I have pre-ordered the coat. It's not arrived yet, but when it does, I think the coat with these shoes is just going to be like the most chic combo of all time. But I do think because this, like, it's a neutral brown colour, I think it'll go with loads and loads in my wardrobe. So I think these will become a real workhorse, and I am very, very pleased with them. Now the final pair of shoes. These are the only ones I'm not sure about. So I actually ordered these before I had gone to London and tried on the other ones, because I think I would have probably ordered 3.5 in these, because this is that same style, but it is a Mary Jane, which I've again only seen on My Teresa for the UK. Now what I'm going to do is actually put in here a picture of these shoes, the listing for these shoes on the My Teresa website. And from the listing, I thought these were sort of mustardy, ochre, like browny yellow shade. And I thought they would actually go really nicely with my leopard print coat. That was what I'd sort of envisioned wearing them with. And I really like mustardy yellow tones, so I felt like there would be quite a lot they would go with. But the shoes have arrived, and I can actually see how these photographed the way they did on the website. But in real life, they're definitely more green than I thought they were going to be. So this is shoe number 3. Now I ordered these in a 4 and a 4.5 because I ordered them before I went to London. I ordered them at the same time as I ordered the Jane pumps. I think a 3.5 would have done, but if I was going to keep them, I'd just keep the 4. I wouldn't bother returning and reordering for the 3.5. Like, I can make the 4 work. It's got this strap across it, so it keeps it on my foot even though it's a little long. The thing with these shoes, these are so comfortable. Like, out of the 3 pairs of shoes, these are by far the most comfortable. You know, they've got that same chunky heel as the brown ones. They've got the strap to keep them on your foot, and they're suede, so they're really soft material. There is no rubbing, there is no pinching. I actually really like these shoes. I kind of want to keep these shoes. Well, I want to keep these shoes. But these shoes were the most expensive of the 3. Now, there's really not much in it. We're talking a tenner, but we're talking like £7.95 versus £8.05. So them starting with an 8 just feels like it just takes it that little bit over, which I know is ridiculous. It's such a mental thing. I know it's ridiculous. But they were the most expensive, and they're not the colour I thought they were going to be. Now, I actually wear a lot of green, but generally I wear green like the green that I'm wearing today, like a really deep green or a forest green. However, I have actually been feeling kind of khaki greens recently, so I actually bought, whilst I was in London, I bought this bag from Keats, which is like a beautiful khaki green. I've also bought these earrings from River Island, which again have a sort of green stone in them. So I'm really feeling this kind of colour, but as you can see, then when I put this next to like a khaki green, it actually starts pulling kind of yellow, but if I put it next to yellow, it's very green. It's a really sort of quite specific colour. So something else I bought in London was this jumper from Hobbs, which is sort of chartreusey colour. So this has like that little bit more yellow to it. And you see what I mean? If I put it next to something that's a bit more yellow, they look really green. This is probably the thing in my wardrobe that they tone in with the best, but it's not perfect. And I did get a chartreuse pair of shoes when I was in Milan. Again, I will put that haul up in the eye if you haven't watched it and you want to catch up on it. So basically, these shoes don't really go with anything that I own. I have tried, like, I really like these shoes. They are really comfy, they're really pretty. I have held these up against many items in my wardrobe, and they're a very specific shade. I feel like when you look at them, I'm looking at them in the viewfinder now, I do apologise, but I feel like when you look at them, you don't think that they're that unusual a colour. Like, I don't think you look at them and go, oh, that's really different. but it's actually a really strangely specific colour that doesn't quite tone in with anything that I own at the moment. And I feel like they were a lot of money to keep when I couldn't tell you how I'm going to wear these at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, but they're so comfortable. When I did my Disney cruise in September, I was wearing my Gian Vito Rossi Mary Janes, my nude ones, multiple days across that holiday, and they were so comfortable. But because they had a heel, I felt like I looked really polished, put together. You know, I was wearing my dresses and I didn't feel like I was wearing like a nice dress and then putting on a flat shoe to accommodate the amount of steps I needed to do for the day. I felt like they've really finished the outfit and made it look nice. And I could see these shoes doing that same thing because they are so comfortable. I could see me wearing these like all day and feeling okay and not feeling like, oh, I really wish I'd put flat shoes on, and looking really polished, really pulled together and really finishing an outfit well. But I don't have those outfits, and they're a really expensive shoe to have added to my wardrobe with no idea how I'm going to currently start wearing them. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I want to give that space to something that I have literally nothing to go with right now, and I also don't want to end up spending money needlessly buying items to go with these shoes. Do you know what I mean? But on the flip side, I do love them. I think they're really beautiful, and it's one of those ones where, like, I will earn more money. You know, the money will come back into my bank account. But if in a year's time the perfect dress comes up for these shoes and I've returned the shoes and the shoes are out of stock and they're gone, because they are now, I think it says in the size 4 it's the last pair remaining on the website at the moment, so I don't think I could risk a return and rebuy scenario. I think I either keep these or return them. And, you know, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to repurchase them in 6 months' time if something comes up. And I'm just like, will I be absolutely heartbroken if I find that perfect thing to wear with them and I've returned them and I can always earn more money? Or is it just a really irresponsible choice to keep shoes at this price point, especially when they're one of 3 pairs of shoes that I've bought? Like, see, if I had only bought these and I didn't really have anything to match with them, I think I would probably keep them, if I'm totally honest. But between these 3 pairs of shoes, I have spent a lot of money, and I'm feeling a bit guilty about it. Like, I mean, it was money that I had to spend. I was talking earlier this year about a pair of Chanel shoes that I really wanted. I did reach out, tried to purchase like through a few different retailers, and could not get, and apparently there was like none in the UK, and I mean, I was willing to buy these in like a 4, 4.5 and a 5. You know, I was willing to even try a 5.5 or a 6. Like, I was willing to make these shoes work. So I had the money because I'd been intending to buy those shoes, but even the Chanel shoes would have maybe accounted for the money for 2 of these pairs of shoes. So the 3rd pair really just is taking the spending up, and I'm just feeling a bit guilty. But the money will come back, the shoes will not come back. But the shoes don't currently match anything that I own. So what should I do? Let me know what you think. They're just so comfortable. Like, I could just see these becoming an absolute workhorse in my wardrobe if I had the right things to go with them. But I don't right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm so torn about what to do. Like, I really love the shoes. I do absolutely want to keep them. I just don't know if I can justify keeping them when they are one of 3 very expensive pairs of shoes that I have just got in the space of like a couple of days between the orders. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm definitely keeping these 2. Really like them. These ones I'm a little bit on the fence. I want to keep them. I just don't know if I'm being really silly if I keep them. So let me know your thoughts. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Thank you so much for doing so, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.